Ayo, welcome back to Imaginary Odyssey. I am Jason, and today I wanted to take you through some of the tools that we use in our camper. Previously, we made a video talking about how you need to be prepared in case something goes wrong. Well, when something goes wrong, you need tools. So I wanted to take you through some of the tools that I have that I keep with me on my RV just in case. In our arsenal of tools, I have a drill. This one is a 12-volt drill made by Milwaukee, which a lot of the other tools will be a 12-volt tool made by Milwaukee, but mostly because they all come with the same battery and the same charger. But nevertheless, I like to carry a drill with me just in case I need one. Along with the drill, I also have an impact driver. Impact drivers come in really handy if you got those stubborn little bolts or screws or anything like that don't want to come loose. You have one of these. Also, to go with it, I have an adapter so that I can put sockets and stuff on there. We'll see where I have that toolkit here in just a minute, but I have an impact driver, same battery, that I have in my toolkit. Also in my toolkit, I have one of these things here called a multi-tool. The reason it's called the multi-tool is because this head right here can screw off and this blade right here can come off and different things can go on there. In my kit, it came with this little side cutter. So this thing vibrates, and when it vibrates, it can cut through things like walls and sheetrock or anything like that. But it also came with a sanding pad. So the sanding pad has sandpaper on it and I can sand stuff with it. So I have this, and yet again, same battery, but I have this in my toolkit just in case I need it. Alongside of all those tools, I also have a jigsaw. Jigsaws come in really handy if you need something to cut that you would normally cut with a saw. You have one of these. So a blade goes in this end here and it reciprocates up and down. And with the power of the battery and pulling a switch and a reciprocating saw, we have a tool that can help us cut things if we so need it. The last thing in the Milwaukee set is this light. Takes the same battery like I said before, and you have this in case you need to see what you're doing or what you're working on. What I like about it too is not only does it take the same battery, but in the toolkit that I have two batteries. So if I'm using a saw or a drill or the impact or anything like that, I could put the battery in here and the other battery in the tool that I'm using. Outside of the Milwaukee set, but yet in the same bag that I carry everything in, I have a pin light and I have a regular flashlight. This pin light I really like because it's easy to carry and easy to put in my pocket, and it puts off enough light to do what I need it to do. Now this other light right here, the bigger one, I use this one when I need a bigger spread of light. This one here has an adjustable tip on the light so that I can make the beam wider or narrower depending on my need, but it will shine in a larger place. Another thing that I like to have in my toolkit is a multi-use tool. The reason I like it so much is because of its very name. It is multi-use, meaning it has multiple different tools inside of itself. So if I flip this over, you can see right here it has pliers. Well, if I close it up, you can see right here where I can open it up, and it has a little bitty saw and a file on one side. It also has a Phillips head screwdriver. And on the inside of it, it has a flathead screwdriver. And one other thing that it has is a knife. So there's a bunch of different tools and different uses that this has inside of itself. But in addition to all that, it is something that you can carry with you. It's lightweight and it does a multiple different functions. For the electrical side of things, I like to keep a pair of wire strippers. Now this one here has a multiple different uses in addition to just stripping wires. It also has crimpers, it has a little pair of pliers here, it has a little blade right here where you can cut wire. It does a multiple of different things. I picked this on purpose so that I don't have a bunch of different type of wire cutting tools on hand, and I can keep it all in one place. It is a little bigger, but I like to keep it in my toolkit because it has the multiple of different uses that comes along with this tool. Another thing that I think that needs to be in your toolkit is a multimeter. The reason I like to keep the multimeter in mind is that I can check the electricity inside of my RV. No matter if it's 12 volt or 120 volt or AC current or DC current, I could check that all with this multimeter and see what I need to work on for troubleshooting purposes or installs, depends on what I'm doing, but yet I could check the electrical current inside of my RV with one of these. Alright, back to using the drills or the impact wrenches, you have to have little tips to go with it. So I have one of these. Now, you can see it's in a box, but if I open up the box, you can see inside right here where there's a bunch of different tips. flat heads, Phillip heads, all kinds of different things in here that can go inside of that drill or that impact wrench, or if I have a handle to go with it, which I do in another toolbox over here that I'm going to show you in just a second. But I like to keep this because it's in a nice little case. I can fold it up, I can shut it and lock it down and put it in the same tool bag. Now before we head over and look at the sockets and the ratchets and what that kit looks like, I wanted to show you this bag right here. This is the bag of which I carry everything in. When we were talking about the drills, the drill driver, the impact wrench, the saws, all that stuff, the electrical stuff as well, that all goes into this bag. The bag zips up on top, and then I got carry handles, and I can carry it along with me or put it away in storage. And it's a nice little compartment of which I could carry everything and keep everything together whenever we're out and about. Now for the sockets and ratchets and things like that, it comes in one of these little carry cases. This one has 99 pieces in it, and it ranges everything from drill drivers to ratchets to sockets to screwdrivers to Allen wrenches, just all kinds of different things spread inside of this case. If I open up one of these latches here and here and split it in half, you can see right here where it has everything laid out inside of it, and it pretty much has everything that I need for my RV. So that's just about all the tools that I have inside of my kits that I carry along with me. I do inside the case have some drill bits and some odds and ends that goes along with all of these different tools, but nevertheless I keep those inside of my bag or inside of the kit with the ratchets and the sockets. Anytime we're out in our RV, we do keep these with us. I've had to use them many of times. We talked about in earlier videos about different issues that I've ran across or had to do, or upgrades, different things that I wanted to add on to the RV. I used all these tools to do those jobs. So once again, it's always good to have a toolkit with you when you're out on the road inside of your RV. That way you have these tools to go along with you to do whatever the job is that you need to get done. Also, if you've made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you for joining in, and if you would, click the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if you have any other recommendations and tools that you should be carrying with you inside the RV, then leave those down in the comments below for all of us to be able to see. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and until the next time, keep it safe on the road, be prepared with the right tools, and God bless.